Hi, my name is Jeannie, and this is my podcast, Dreams to Reality, the 4 keys to achieving the life of your dreams. So this podcast is really based on my life and my experience in really manifesting the life that I truly desired. And just like anything, it's a work in progress. And before, like a few years ago, when I was trying to actively strive for my dreams, I was more focused on really achieving things, but it was to my detriment because I got burnt out. And I just really took a step back and realized that, you know what, it's not about the goal per se, but it's about the journey. So I'm here so that I can share and impart my knowledge and my wisdom and my experience, and I'll be sharing techniques that I used and tools that I used that really helped me. And I might be interviewing people as well that are using the same tools. Who knows what else is possible, But really, this podcast, Dreams to Reality, it's really a culmination of what I've been doing for several years now. And that I just discovering the formula of being able to create the life that you desire one day at a time. Because that's what's really important, is that you are enjoying your life. You are creating the life that you desire a day at a time, and just enjoying it, enjoying the journey. And so this episode is really about clarity, which is one of the 4 keys. It's actually the first key of creating the life that you desire, which is to have clarity. What is it that you really want? And why do you want it? And, what is it exactly that drives you? And at the end of your life, if you can look back, what is it that was really important to you? And can you look back? And will you be able to look back and be happy, or will you be miserable? So there's still a chance right now, because you've discovered this podcast. There's really a chance right now that you can really, truly, start living the life of your dreams right now, and just enjoy your life, your journey, as it unfolds, as you're manifesting things into your reality one day at a time. And I find that I'm at that moment now because I know the tools and I'm doing the work, and I'm really starting to enjoy my daily life. And that's really amazing, because before I was like just slaving away and I was burnt out. I was living in New York, New Jersey area. I was working in New York. It was hard. And I was nowhere closer to my goals than I am now. I mean, right now I'm actually more closer to my goals than before, and I was just slaving away and just being part of the rat race, and not really, like, in my mind and in my heart I had dreams, but I was far from creating those dreams. And now I've been able to publish 5 books on Amazon. And I really, really love the creative process. And I just love it. I just really, really love my life. And to be able to have that, you first have to have clarity. So I'm going to talk more about clarity. So I discovered that in really creating the life that you want, you really have to be clear what you really want. And that takes a lot of work. And I think that's if you can build a foundation for your life right now, it should be to be clear on what you really want, why you want it, and to have that vision and purpose in your life. Why are you doing it? So for me, the reason that I write books is because there's so many stories inside of my life, inside of me. I have so many experiences to share. And also my books actually have a purpose. When I was 2 years ago, when I was going through a breakup, it was a way for me to heal using humor. I write romantic comedies. So it was a way for me to heal from that breakup. But now I'm still writing because I really want to send a message to people that have gone through breakups, that there's hope. So the theme of my books is always about, so this woman, her relationship ends, and through the journey of self-discovery, she discovers a better life, better possibilities for her. But I'm using humor, and I'm writing in the now and in the present moment, in today's world and reality. I said it, I'm a contemporary romantic comedy writer, and I really enjoy what I do. I really do. And in order for me to be able to even start writing books, I had to be clear that that was what I wanted. And once I was clear, it was really easy path, because I just did what I had to do in order to create and to write books. And literally I write books every day, and that takes a lot of discipline. And oh boy, I had a lot of procrastination and resistance, but now it's just part of my life. It's just part of me. I just like to create. So it wouldn't have happened if I didn't have clarity, which is really, really important. So right now, I want you to think about your life. What is your life? What are you doing right now? What is your life like? Is that what you want to do for the rest of your life? If, let's just say, for example, and my cousin always does this to me, she said, first day, last day. Always live your life as if it's the first day and the last day of your life. And then that gives you a better perspective on what you really want from your life, from you, what you want to experience. So I want you to imagine that today is the last day of your life, and that you just know that this is it. This is the last day. Do you have any regrets? Is there something that, that you really wanted to do but couldn't? What if you were given another chance to do that tomorrow? What if, instead of dying today, at the end of the day you die, what if you're given another chance tomorrow? What would you do with that chance? And always have that mindset with you. As my cousin would always tell me, my cousin Love, she's a relationship coach. She would always tell me, imagine that this is your first day and your last day. What would you do? So that really creates, doing that exercise every day creates that clarity, so it's more clear. And I actually had that first day, last day moment. It happened maybe 8 years ago, 8 or 9 years ago. So what happened was, we almost got into our airplane. I think there was an engine problem, and we literally we thought we were crashing, And I remember at that moment, when the plane is descending really, really fast, and we didn't know if we were going to survive or not. And I just remember at that moment, I was thinking, oh my God, I don't think I'm ready to go yet, because I haven't achieved this yet. I haven't achieved this goal yet. There's so much I want to do. And that was really an eye-opener. It made me realize, yeah, we really, really, really have a limited time on this planet. And we're not supposed to waste it, because literally today could be the last moment of our life. And, what do we want to do with that life? How do we want to spend it? And it just made me realize as well, because 5 years ago, my mother died. And when I left my country, she was healthy. I thought she was healthy. And a year later, I came back and she was already gone. She died on the day I was supposed to fly back home. I didn't make it to see her final breath. But I think in a way, it was okay. It's like, when I left the Philippines, when I left my country, I was like, I knew, I knew I had not much to say anymore. Like I knew that, that might be like a one-way ticket, to a new life. And I said what I wanted to say, and I hugged her before I left. And that just made me realize that not many people have that chance of hugging their loved ones and never seeing them again. And that really puts your life into perspective. And another example as well. So my grandmother, I was with her on the last day of her life. I literally was, and I almost wasn't. Because when I think I was a teenager at that time, you think that your grandmother's going to be there the next day, the following day, and she was healthy. She was in her 60s. And I was thinking, you know what? I'm just going to go back home and stuff, because we were next door neighbors, but my grandmother was saying like, can you stay here for a bit, and talk to me a bit? Because I was, she was complaining of a stomach ache, and I was like, yeah, I think I'm okay. I'm just going to stay. So I stayed for like several hours more than I should have, because I was ready to go back home to next door. But I spent literally the last day of her life talking to her, and I was with her in her room, and I was with her. And I remember I would have regretted it because she died suddenly. I would have regretted it if I didn't spend that last moment with her, it just made me realize too that life really is precious. And I had another wake-up call last year when I had the coronavirus because of the work that I do. I'm in healthcare. And I remember we were like laughing about it, like, oh, we're not going to get it. And I did. And I was so sick. I didn't go to the hospital, but I was really sick as a puppy. And I remember, like, if this was the last day of my life, is there any more that I would want to do? Is there things that I want to accomplish? And then made me realize that yes, there's still things that I'm not ready to leave this planet for. And I want to experience that, now. And so I realized, like, yeah, that's how we should live our lives. As if, life is precious, and that it might be the last day of our life, the first day, last day thing that really works. So I want you to really be clear. If this was the last day of your life, looking back, will you be happy or will you have regrets? And if you were given another chance tomorrow, what would you do with it? Just think about it. And thank you very much for listening. I'll be talking about more on the topic of clarity in the next episode. But I want you to just think about it. Thank you.